Welcome back to MMA Al Dente. I am the guy who picked David Heath to defeat Tim Boetsch. And I'm here to talk about Luana Pinheiro versus Amanda Ribas. Amanda Ribas is 30 years old, 11-4 as a pro, and she's giving up 1 inch of reach, 1 inch of height, but has 4 inches of reach over 30-year-old Luana Pinheiro, who is 11-1 as a pro. Amanda Ribas, I've got doubts about her durability. She's got 4 losses. 3 of them are via knockout or TKO, which is rare for any female fighter, certainly at 125. And she's coming off a knockout loss, a TKO loss to Maycee Barber. That was a fun fight while it lasted, but then Maycee Barber head kicked her and ground and pounded her for a good bit of time and ended up pounding her out of the fight. Her other losses come to Marina Rodriguez, who cracked her in round 2 and knocked her out. And Polyana Viana, who cracked her in round 1 and knocked her out. And while Marina Rodriguez is not one of the most dangerous fighters on paper, she is one of the best fighters on paper and has been for some time, so there's no shame there. And Polyana Viana, while she's not one of the best fighters, she is maybe the most dangerous fighter in the weight class. So, not a lot of shame there. But, you add it all up, and it's 3 knockout losses. It speaks to some durability issues. Her other loss was a split decision loss to Katlyn Chookagian, which was a very close fight. And Katlyn's a big gal. But Amanda Ribas has already banked enough goodwill with some great wins in the UFC. Viviana Araujo, Mackenzie Dern, Verna Jandiroba, she beat them all by decision. Randa Marcos beat her by decision. And she also got finishes over Paige Van Zandt and Emily Whitmire with an armbar and a rear naked choke. Also knee barred Ariane Canellosi before she got to the UFC. But Amanda Ribas, that's her. She is definitely a dangerous submission threat. And she's not bad at all striking-wise, just vulnerable, as I said, susceptible to getting knocked out. And she's got great cardio as well. 5 wins via decision, only the 1 loss, and it was a close one to Katlyn Chookagian. That easily could have been hers, and she could be 6-0 in decisions. You know, if durability isn't an issue, Amanda Ribas generally controls most of the fight. Luana Pinheiro, she's got an 11-1 record. 2 wins via TKO or knockout. They're both knockouts, actually, which, of course, I paid attention to. 5 wins via submission and 3 wins via decision. And that leaves 1 win via disqualification against Randa Marcos, which, whatever. It happened, but, yeah. And 1 decision loss. That's her 1 loss. It's a decision loss way back when to this girl, Chris Macedo, or whatever. It was a split decision. And you could argue she lost her last win over the karate hottie, Michelle Wooderson. That was a very close fight. But she ended up getting the win. And I think in that fight, and in the fight against Sam Hughes, she wasn't the strongest fighter in round 3. I think Luana Pinheiro, not that cardio is an issue for her, but we're just speaking about speculation here. That's all this is, especially when a fighter only has 1 loss. It's a potential issue for Luana Pinheiro. But victory-wise, she's, she won both those fights by decision, still did enough in those, even in the Michelle Wooderson fight, which was very close. She knocked out 2 girls, as I said, Helen Harper and Stephanie Frosto on the Contender Series. They're both 1 punch that really got the ball rolling, even if the fighter wasn't unconscious. It was her power being the ultimate difference maker. Helen Harper, by the way, was on The Ultimate Fighter a few years ago. I don't remember who she lost to. I know she didn't win it, but I remember her. She was on The Ultimate Fighter, so it's not the shittiest win, even if she doesn't have the highest profile. And I think Luana Pinheiro, you take away those knockout wins, she's still a good fighter. 5 submission wins, and she's shown she can scrap. She's a strong girl, going to be difficult to bully around in there on physicality alone. She's really strong. She's got good judo. I think her judo is her primary background there. So she's got good hips, difficult to bully around on the inside in the clinch. And on the feet, like I said, she's not the she's not a sharp striker at all, but she's got some power, and she's shown a willingness to throw, and it's led to 2 knockout victories. And those are against 2 of the better fighters she's fought in her 12 fights. So, Luana Pinheiro, I think she's got something going for her here. And yeah, I've bet on her. I think, I can't say I think she's going to win this fight, but I think there's a lot trending in her direction where she could take away some of that grappling dominance from Amanda Ribas with her physicality. And I know she's got a potential to win via knockout with her hands against an increasingly fragile chin in Amanda Ribas. So, Luana Pinheiro is the bet. You want me to give you my pick? I'll go with Amanda Ribas. She's better. She's beaten much better fighters, and she looked good doing so. I think Amanda Ribas should win this fight, and if she does, I'm expecting it to be a decision in a slower-paced fight. I'm expecting it to be a decision in which she does a lot more bullying positionally than Michelle Waterson did, which was arguably still enough to get the victory. So, the pick is Amanda Ribas wins, but she's got enough going against her where I think there's value on Luana Pinheiro. So I bet on Luana Pinheiro, and bet your ass I'm going to bet on her to win by knockout, because I think, especially in round 1, there's a chance there. And I'm sure Luana Pinheiro and her team have looked at Amanda Ribas and said, hey, this is how she's lost 3 out of her 4 fights. Let's go after that chin. So I think there's something to that, but again, the pick is Amanda Ribas. You know, if you put a gun to my head, I'd say, yeah, Amanda Ribas should win this fight. You know, her chin, keeping her safe or whatever. If she's able to survive the fight, I think she's going to outpoint Luana Pinheiro. Amanda Ribas, I think, is the better striker without knockouts being involved. And I also think she's the better grappler, too. I think Luana Pinheiro has some good shit going for her that could make it difficult for Ribas. But make no mistake about it, Amanda Ribas should be better everywhere. Just not as healthy everywhere. So, that's how I see this fight. Ribas by decision is the pick, and the bets are all going the other way. Like, share, subscribe, all that horse shit. Check out my other videos.